So, you're May's cousin?
You see that right there? That's resolved tension asking me that.
What?
Asking me if I'm her cousin. You know I'm not her cousin.
How would I know that?
Do I look like her cousin?
She said you were.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's lying.
What exactly is the matter with May, anyway?
She's in a state of shock.
How come?
Well, we haven't seen each other in quite a long time, and we go way back. High school. Yeah.
So you're not really cousins?
No, not really.
You're her husband?
No.
No?
She's my sister.
Your sister?
Yes, my sister.
So you knew each other before high school?
No, I never knew I had a sister until it was too late.
How do you mean?
You know, by the time I found out, we sort of, fooled around.
You fooled around in high school together?
Everybody fools around in high school.
I never did.
Well, maybe you should have.
At least not with my sister. How does that even happen?
Well, you see, our daddy fell in love twice, and he lived two completely separate lives.
So, how did you figure out that she was your sister?
He would disappear, and just disappear into the dark with his overcoat on and just walking. And one day I asked if I can go with him, and we just started walking, silent for miles, into town. And finally, we reached this little white house with a red awning on the far side of town. And this real pretty woman comes to the door with red hair. And she throws herself into his arms, and he starts crying, and she's kissing him all over the face, and he's just crying like a little baby. And then through the doorway behind them both, I see this girl. She just appears, you know? It's like we knew each other from someplace, but we couldn't place where. And that very second we saw each other, we knew we'd always be in love.
Boy, you're unbelievable. You're just incredible. Oh, don't touch me. Martin comes all the way over here from, don't touch me. He comes all the way over here not knowing you from Adam, and you go and tell him a story like that. Are you crazy? Are you?
She's a little embarrassed about the whole thing.
Martin, he's had this crazy idea for years. I don't know where he's got it from. He's a bit nuts.
Do you think it's a story, Martin? Do you think I made this whole thing up?
While you were telling it, it seemed real.
Oh, now you're down it, though. Because she says a lie. She suggests it's a lie, and all of a sudden, you start changing your mind, right, Martin?
Let's go to the movies.
No, ain't nobody going to the movies. There ain't movies in 100 miles of here that's going to compete with the story I'm about to tell. So I'm going to finish my story, Martin.
Eddie?
Do you want me to finish my story?
Sure.
Okay, good.
You think this is going to change something?
No, I don't.
Well, then what is the point?
It's absolutely pointless, man.
Then why put everyone through this? Martin doesn't want to hear that bullshit, and neither do I.
Well, I know you don't want to hear it.
Don't put your shit on me, Eddie. You're the one that's got it turned around. You got it all turned around. You don't even know which end is up anymore. But you know what? I don't need either of you. Because I know what really happened. I can tell the whole story without putting any little tricks onto it.
What does she know?
She's lying.
You want me to tell the story, Eddie? Want me to finish it for you? You see, my mother...
May, come on.
My mama, the pretty red-haired lady, she was desperately in love with the old man. She was his little secret. She hounded him for years. But he just kept her at a distance. You see, the closer these two separate lives, these two separate kids, these two separate women, the more nervous he got that one day they would find out about each other. And his little secret would devour him whole. She finally caught up to him, though. I remember the day we got to that town. It was exactly supper time. Everyone was sitting at the table eating fried chicken. That's how close we were to the window. Eddie and his mama were sitting there talking, and the old man just sat there, not saying a word. Funny thing was, just as soon as we found him, he disappeared. He vanished. And no one ever saw him after that. Ever. Mama turned herself inside out. I couldn't understand it because I was feeling the opposite. I was in love. I remember I used to come home after being with Eddie, and Mama would be in the kitchen, staring at the sink. Her eyes would look like a funeral. I didn't know what to say to her, because all I could think about was him. And all he could think about was me. Isn't that right?
We couldn't even take a breath without thinking of each other.
Eddie's mom didn't know what was wrong with him. And my mama knew exactly. She used to beg him not to see me. She even went to Eddie's mama and begged her. But Eddie's mother, she blew her brains out. Didn't she, Eddie?
Yeah, it was his shotgun. The same one he used to go duck hunting with. I mean, she never even bought a gun in her whole life.